NCIS Origins introduces several key characters from the NCIS flagship series while also introducing new ones. The prequel focuses on Leroy Jethro Gibbs, played by Austin Stoll as a younger version, and explores his journey in 1991, including his relationships with characters like Michael Franks, played by Kyle Schmid. Other familiar faces include Vera Strickland, Tobias Fornell, and Pedro Hernandez, all of whom have significant ties to Gibbs' past and backstory. The show expands on critical events, such as Gibbs' first encounter with Hernandez, who killed his wife and daughter, as well as Gibbs' early days at NCIS, offering deeper insight into the franchise's lore. 5 NCIS Origins character first introduced in NCIS. While NCIS Origins has introduced a few new faces to the NCIS franchise, some of its most important players debuted first in the flagship series. The prequel centers on one of the most essential NCIS characters of all time, Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Mark Harmon established the character for nearly 2 decades on the flagship series until Gibbs exited NCIS Season 19. Austin Stoll took over as a younger version of the character for the prequel offshoot, which tells stories about the agency in 1991. The NCIS origin story brought back characters consistent with Gibbs' NCIS lore, with 5 recognizable faces so far. The new faces to the NCIS Origins cast include Randy, Caleb Martin Foote, and Lala Dominguez, Mario Molino, who Gibbs never mentions on the flagship but plays a significant role in the Special Agent's origin story at NIS. Other characters like Mary Jo, Tyla Abercrombie, and Cliff Wheeler, Patrick Fischler, fill out the narrative. Still, the prequel's familiar characters anchor its premise. Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Mark Harmon. Of course, the most significant existing character the prequel reintroduces is Leroy Jethro Gibbs. Austin Stoll takes over the character as Mark Harmon narrates his journey as the older Gibbs. Although there are considerable differences in their appearance, Stoll mimics Harmon's mannerisms and characteristics well. With Stoll in the role, NCIS Origins Season 1 has recreated Gibbs' story from 1991 by remaking vital flashbacks, revealing new stories, and fleshing out pivotal connections like his relationship with Michael Franks. Mike Franks. Muse Watson. Another central character in the NCIS Origins cast is Special Agent Mike Franks, played by Kyle Schmid in the prequel offshoot. Mike Franks is established as Gibbs' mentor in the NCIS flagship show's 3rd season. Muse Watson plays the original version of Gibbs' mentor, appearing at the end of the show's 3rd season to wake the special agent in charge from a significant lapse in his memory. Watson's appearance in the penultimate episode and finale of NCIS Season 3 makes the double episode one of the best episodes of NCIS, as it establishes Franks and Gibbs' bond. The actor appeared as Mike Franks in 20 episodes of NCIS, mainly as a current character but also as a ghost after Mike Franks' NCIS death. NCIS Origins fleshes out the backstory of Gibbs' mentor in Episode 11, making good on its NCIS Origins theme. Vera Strickland. Roma Mafia. Another character who developed a strong presence in the flagship series is Special Agent Vera Strickland, played by Diane Rodriguez in NCIS Origins. Despite only appearing once on the flagship, Roma Mafia established a robust personality as the special agent in NCIS Episode 11. She was featured directly after Cote de Pablo's NCIS exit as Siva David as Vera neared retirement. In her flagship appearance, Vera Strickland worked alongside Special Agent Tony DiNozzo, Michael Weatherly, on a case after Timothy McGee, Sean Murray, loses his NCIS credentials. Vera called the agent in charge Proby when she entered the bullpen, establishing that Agent Strickland was there during Gibbs' earliest NCIS days. NCIS Season 11 established that Vera is Mike Franks' last NCIS partner, cementing the canon for NCIS Origins. Tobias Fornell. Joe Spano. While he has only made one brief appearance, NCIS Origins has established a younger version of FBI agent Tobias Fornell. Joe Spano appeared in over 50 episodes of the NCIS flagship as the character, achieving a noteworthy feat. His latest appearance was during NCIS 1000th episode, where he returned to crack a case that was tied to the show's very first one. Considering his rich history, it was natural for NCIS Origins to establish a younger version of Tobias Fornell, and the prequel character can help clarify its oldest blunder in NCIS lore. In the pilot episode, NCIS Season 1, Episode 1, Yankee White, Fornell doesn't seem to recognize Gibbs as an NCIS agent when he sees him on Air Force One, allowing the agent in charge to pull a fast one. Later, NCIS confusingly establishes that Gibbs and Fornell have known each other for years. Pedro Hernandez. Thomas Rosales Jr. It was essential to bring back the final character on the list to the prequel since Thomas Rosales Jr.'s Pedro Hernandez plays a vital role in what happened to Gibbs' wife and daughter in NCIS. The drug dealer murdered Gibbs' wife and child while they were in NCIS protective custody after Gibbs' first wife, Shannon, agreed to testify against the cartel member. Shannon witnessed a murder carried out by the drug dealer, and he killed her to keep her from testifying while Gibbs was deployed. Thomas Rosales Jr.'s NCIS appearances as Pedro Hernandez. Synopsis: NCIS Season 3, Episode 23, Hiatus, Part 1. Gibbs sees Pedro Hernandez in a flashback to Mexico when the special agent killed his family's murderer. NCIS Season 9, Episode 14, Life Before His Eyes. Gibbs sees Pedro Hernandez in the diner while he is experiencing hallucinations during a near-death encounter. In flashbacks in Season 3, NCIS shows Gibbs getting the news about Shannon and Kelly's deaths. The NCIS Origins story recreated those flashbacks in Season 1, so it was vital to include Hernandez, played by George Paz, in NCIS Origins. In both NCIS and its prequel offshoot, flashbacks establish that Gibbs journeys to Mexico to murder Pedro Hernandez with a sniper rifle personally. The prequel recreates the scene in NCIS Origins Episode 9, making Hernandez's inclusion vital to telling a complete story for NCIS Origins. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for our weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series.